We set out to find out if Shibuya is the new hotspot for all things anime, figures, and gaming. While everyone's still fighting through Akiba's packed streets, a new empire is rising right in the heart of Shibuya. Giant Chainsaw Man exhibitions, hidden Pokémon lounges, and stores that even locals are just discovering. In part 1, we went over the heavy hitters: Pokémon Center, Nintendo Store, Sega, JoJo World, just to name a few. But today, we're going deeper. The big question is, can these hidden gems prove Shibuya reigns supreme over the known kings of otaku shopping? Let's find out. If you've seen our other videos covering Akihabara, Ikebukuro, and Nakano, you'll be no stranger to Mandarake. There are many locations throughout Tokyo, but the one in Shibuya is often overlooked in favor of the others, with an entrance so unique you can't and shouldn't miss it. The store itself is pretty spacious, compared to some of the others at least, and the selection is impressive. You can find a variety of items including manga, doujinshi, idol goods, figures, cards, dolls, and more. Lots of manga especially to browse here, and a great place to hunt for rare finds, including Shonen Jump issues with first or last chapters from well-known series. Some complete series here as well, but Book Off is a better bet to visit if that's what you're after, especially when it comes to well-known series. We were also pretty impressed with the cards here. Lots of variety, especially Pokemon and old TCG with rare/expensive items, and an easy-to-follow condition rating system to boot. And to top it all off, 100 yen bins to dig through for a little treasure hunt adventure. But wait, can one store carry Shibuya? Not even close. Let's keep moving. The Tsutaya Starbucks is where a lot of tourists will go to get the perfect shot of the crossing, but there's actually a decent array of things to see in the Tsutaya building, so don't miss out. On the 3rd floor, IP Square carries a range of American comic book character goods, Disney, and Star Wars merch, including clothing. But they also have a pretty impressive selection of cool Akira stuff, which you don't see everywhere, plus some Slam Dunk, Evangelion, and a couple other series, art books, and manga. For a convenient break spot, on the 4th floor, there's a share lounge where you can grab a drink and a snack, or access the library of manga available to read. So it's a great spot to get some work or studying done. Up on the 5th floor, the Pokemon Card Lounge is the go-to spot for Pokemon TCG fans to connect. It's a bright and inviting space, and on the outside, there's giant cards on display to take pictures of and merch to purchase. They do sell cards here, but getting them might be a little difficult. IP Shoten on floor 6 is dedicated to anime-related entertainment. You'll most definitely find pop-ups here, and lots of books and other merch, especially related to VTubers. The Axe Grit Corner is a highlight of this store. It's a cool display of the collab with Design Coco, showcasing figures and other merch related to anime and gaming. Nearby in Shibuya Modi, pop-up events are happening all the time, especially in HMV. We caught the Girls Band Cry pop-up, featuring merch with newly designed artwork, the Gochi Usa pop-up, and a Naruto pop-up display selling some pretty unique goods. They also had a lot of merch for sale here, besides books and music, of course, including a lot of HoloLive. On the 2nd floor of the Modi building, you'll find the Tokyo Anime Center, which is an event space that showcases anime-related exhibits and goods. On this day, they were holding a Memento Mori pop-up to celebrate the 3rd anniversary of the game. These get switched out regularly, so keep your eye out. The Lashinban in Shibuya is another gem, especially for well-priced secondhand goods. It shares a lot of similarities with the Akihabara location. It's clean and well organized with a diverse selection and helpful staff. The 1st floor is primarily figures with a good amount of popular characters from shonen series, mostly prizes with some kujis. Also a lot of Ram, and Fliden if those are your go-tos. This floor also surprisingly had a selection of retro games, consoles, and controllers, and a decent selection of secondhand Pop Mart goods, including a giant Labubu. On the 2nd floor, you've got anime merch galore. Lots of VTuber and also trending series. Character goods like plushies, pins, acrylic stands, posters, etc. You know the drill. They've got it all. Base Year Tokyo holds anime-related events frequently and rotates them out pretty often, so make sure to check out their website before visiting to see what's happening. We caught 2 pop-ups going on at the same time. One for Sakamoto Days, which had some cool panels for photo ops and exclusive merch for sale, like stands, files, and keychains of your favorite characters from the series. The other pop-up was for the new Chainsaw Man movie that's currently in theaters. This exhibition was pretty big and had lots on display to see, including newly drawn artwork and images and stills and panels of the characters and animation frames from the movie. Of course, they also had tons of merch for sale, like posters, stands, and trading badges. Shibuya's Animate isn't on par with Ikebukuro's 10-floor flagship store. If you're curious to see what that store is like, check out our Ikebukuro video. Everything in this location is laid out on a single floor with lots of manga, magazines, and art books for a variety of different series from shonen to shoujo and BL. Their goods were well organized in 2 sections. They had a dedicated Square Enix corner, gacha game goods like from ZZZ and Honkai, Project Sekai merch, and tons more. They also had a small selection of gacha machines and a lot of anime perfumes to test out and buy, which is a cool souvenir to take home, a representation of how your favorite character might smell like. Lastly, let's head over to Sakura Stage. There's a bunch of shops and restaurants in this building, but out of all the ones you're gonna want to note, first off we have Square Enix Garden. Fairly newly opened and lesser known, and therefore usually not as crowded, this is a must-visit for Square Enix IP fans. After being greeted by a large chocobo and a slime, you'll enter the worlds of Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Kingdom Hearts, Nier, and more. You have your standard merch like keychains and plushies, smaller collectibles, etc. But some more unique goods that are worth checking out are the music boxes and the soundtracks they sell here, since a lot of these games are filled with iconic tunes. They also have a spread of figures like the Play Arts and Adorable Art series, plus displays to browse. On the same floor, there's a pop-up space location, which you'll also find in Ikebukuro and Akihabara. For the most part, there's not much variation from location to location, but definitely stop by if they're hosting a pop-up that interests you. So there you have it. With all these shops we covered in both videos, are you ready to name Shibuya as the new #1 spot for anime shopping? There's definitely some must-visits in the area, and it is heading in a direction that caters more towards those looking to enjoy Tokyo's vast anime and gaming culture. But at the end of the day, it's probably safe to say that Akihabara still holds the top otaku destination spot, especially for figure collectors. But our challenge to you? Do both. Visit Akihabara and Shibuya, then come back here and tell us which one you prefer. As always, thanks for watching and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye!